Career Fair Day at Rackspace. How fun is this, everyone? I'm so glad that you're here. Look at this. It's a Wednesday, middle of the day. Are you having lunch? What are you having for lunch? Where are you? Who are you? Hey, guys, let's start with who am I? My name is Jeff DeVerter. I'm the Chief Technology Evangelist here at Rackspace Technology. And every now and again, we do one of my favorite things, and that is we have our career fair. We bring in some leaders from Rackspace to come in and talk about what life is like in their world, the opportunities that are there, what some of their people are up to, the career growth that you have. It is all about what is going on at Rackspace in that context. But I'd love to know who's here today. So go ahead. You know the drill. If you're hanging around here on Wednesdays or on Tuesdays, hey, Mexico's here. Hi, Patricia. Or on Thursdays, we're going to be back tomorrow. We got a San Antonio here. Rodney, glad that you made it. You know the routine. Be like Rodney. Be like Patricia. Introduce yourself, because I like to say hi. My Maury's here. Awesome. And we're just glad that everyone's here. So with that, let's start with a little news article. I love doing these. I got to push that button right there. And then I'm going to push this button right. Oh, wait. We have, from California. Oh, the great state of California. All right. Let's talk about an interesting news article, folks. And that is, we all know that mergers and acquisitions are a key part of business strategy. And we got a couple people from California. I'm so distracted right now. And but that's all right, because I got my good friends here with me from California and from San Antonio and from we got Kirby, who hadn't told me where he's from yet. Calgary, nice, Mexico. I'm just going to read states and read countries for a while. Mergers and acquisitions. It's a key part of how companies add geography. They add capability. They add new products and services or augment the ones that they have. And but here's an interesting trend, and that is that tech shortages, in other words, there's not enough people and there are too many jobs, are actually driving some companies to augment their M&A strategy just to get more people. Could you imagine going off and buying a company just so that you could get some amazing people? We've got Jenny Gonzalez here from San Antonio, Colorado. Todd from Colorado. I wonder where in Colorado you are. Egypt is here today. Egypt is up late tonight. Thank you for being here. Oklahoma, Los Angeles, San Antonio again, Houston. Patrick from Houston, glad you're here. But let's get back into this story for just a second. Because we talk about, and you've probably heard about the great resignation or the great flip-flop of jobs and everybody going and looking for new work. Well, last month, IT posted across all organizations 340,000 unfilled IT job openings. That's 11% higher than even 12 months ago. Pensacola, Florida. I love Pensacola, Florida. And that's pretty darn amazing. And you see companies like Accenture who are going out and they're acquisition hungry, but they're even more so. They went out and spent $4.2 billion in their last fiscal year to acquire 46 new acquisitions. Just incredible. This article is from over at Wall Street Journal. You can go read it if you want to. I didn't provide a link to it. I can maybe over to Daniel and he'll put it on the screen if you want to go read that. But it tells us something that it's something that we already know. And that is that if you're in IT or you want to be in IT, this is your market. All companies are looking for technical talent in system and cloud administration, architects, data, security, program management, developers, software developers, everything. There's opportunity. And you know where else there's opportunity? I'm glad you asked. There's opportunity at Rackspace. And today I have some of my favorite Rackers who are going to join us today. And I've got Juan Riojas who's going to come up. We've got Lauren Drockovs who also is going to come up. Amanda went and already found that article. We're going to get it posted. That's so cool. But let's go ahead and bring those folks up. Now Juan is there's Juan right now. Juan's awesome. He's Rackspace's CIO. Wasn't his first job at Rackspace, but excited that he is here. And we also have Lara Laura's been working with Juan for a couple of years, director of IT portfolio strategy and agile operations. I can't wait to unpack what all that actually means. But our conversation today is going to be focused around really around the opportunities that exist here at Rackspace for well, in the case of our internal IT, which Juan is our CIO. 96 open positions is the number he tells me. 196. That's a huge amount.
96 officially today. So we've had a ton of open racks, man. I mean, it's been great. I mean, Lana and I have been in this journey. I'm a testament to some of the growth opportunities that has experienced in Rackspace. 2.5 years ago, we started the organization with 34 people.
Right.
Today, we're about 500.
34 to 500. That's actually incredible. Now, if you guys are wondering how this group grew so quickly, it really is a testimony to the teams that Juan builds. Juan, came in as our chief data officer, did some amazing work. Really proved, your leadership, your style, your ability to get things done. We're given the opportunity to be our CIO. All ships rose in your area. We consolidated a bunch of teams. And it creates an interesting opportunity, Juan. So now as our CIO, what are some of the different teams and departments and functions that you oversee?
So right now, I mean, our organization, we have about 40 different sub-functions. Wow. And it stems from everything from what I consider something very novel in the industry, which Lada's going to talk about her team and what she's done. I think Google has even called it a technology factory. It's fairly unique, and it's kind of the cornerstone of our operating model. Yeah. But then we have everything from end user support, compliance, to operational excellence and continuous improvement, to data science. I mean, it's a menagerie of things. And what's great about it is that we've effectively enabled a career architecture for everybody. I see several comments right there. People talk about, oh, you need all these years of experience. A lot of this role didn't even exist. Some of the things didn't even exist before. So it's less about experience. It's more about structure and attitude. So we have the right type of structure. You can break down a problem, and you have the right attitude to keep on willing to learn, and you're adapt to change. I think everything kind of comes together. And that's what kind of makes, I think, our situation fairly unique. We are the tech for the tech company. Yeah. And it is exciting when you're able to go ahead and really start building out a better way of how you can take out friction from the company, make things run more efficiently, but still use innovation, and be able to go ahead and also promote even diversity. Gender diversity, thought diversity, everything.
All the diversities. It all made, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're looking for a group of talented, future rackers who really want to come in and volunteer their best every day in the things that they're great at. Laura, I want to jump over to you. What the heck is a technology factory?
Oh, a technology factory. Well, it's effectively what we're building right now. So we have basically end-to-end covered from planning all the way through implementation, release, governance, et cetera. So my function, portfolio management, actually facilitates across the entire software development lifecycle. Mm-hmm. We integrate things like Skilled Agile with ITIL and ITSM to really bring the operations of our internal IT department to life. But yeah, that's effectively what we're doing. We take a lot of care in making sure that we're asking the right questions, setting up projects and our value streams the right way so that we carry through all the way and are driving value to the business in a consistent basis. Yep.
Amazing. So there's some comments going on over here of, hey, how many thousands of years do you have to have of experience? And so you used a lot of fancy technology terms right there, but I want to ask you, Lara, what was your first job at Rackspace?
My first job at Rackspace was 6.5 years ago. I started off as an individual contributor. I was brought on as a data scientist. So I was fresh out of my master's program. I came in here and was brought on to do some upsell, cross-sell work for our marketing and sales department. And within 6 months, I was in a manager role leading our digital insights and analytics group. And really every year has been a new opportunity has come along. So I like to say that Rackspace is the choose your own adventure of careers. You can really make what you want of your career here. And there's so many different things to try and do. Yeah. So
fresh out of school, you right into an opportunity at Rackspace, and off you go. We've got Leo who's asking a question about blockchain. Do we play in that space? On our professional services consulting side, absolutely. There are work streams that we're doing over there. We think about Rackspace. Most people know us as this managed hosting company. We got data centers and servers and smart people in there for hire. So much more these days. But let's also be very clear as we think about Juan and Lara. In your area, we're talking about internal Rackspace tech. This is the tech for the tech and the opportunities that exist there. Juan, as you're building out teams, tell me what you're looking for, because the teams that you're building are pretty strong, and not just in the technical space as well.
Correct. I mean, and I actually we had a strategy session with our team, and I kind of listed out 6 tenets that I'm looking at for this year. It's really the basis of what we look at. One is becoming the fastest learners. You don't have to be the brightest person in the room, but you have to be the one that can actually adapt faster. Secondly, is being able to go ahead and really take on the attitude of wanting to learn. If you have a growth mindset and you want to keep on growing, that's what we're really looking for, because it's a structure and attitude that actually make the difference. The experience is great, but almost a testament. You don't have to come from a traditional background. Half of my career is in supply chain.
Amazing.
And then the other half, the last 10 years of my career, I started morphing more into analytics. You talked about when I first got here. I started as a chief data officer. A year and a half later, had the opportunity to come into the CIO role, and we're really creating something fairly novel. So it's been, I gotta tell you, this is probably one of the most exciting experience that I've had professionally within my career.
It's really an interesting time as well when you think about it, because it's this time when tech is in everything. If tech isn't the problem, it is absolutely part of the solution.
Mhm.
And where we are from a Rackspace point of view, in our transformation from just a managed hosting company to a company that is really leading the world in digital transformation. And I mean the world. We got folks all the way from all in North America, EMEA, and then down into the APJ region or APAC regions. There really are opportunities absolutely everywhere. So, when first of all, we got Sean, who sounds like he's got an introductory call with Rackspace next week. Super awesome. Make sure you request to be on this team and get interviewed over here. Hey, Chris, we're glad you're here today as well. But let's talk a little bit about culture, because people, they're going to be volunteering their best every day. It's not just for a pile of work on a technology pile. It's you're working with teams, you're working with individuals. Laura, let's talk about what you're looking for in people as you got all these open positions.
Absolutely. I think for me, I look for curiosity. I look for what's the problem that we're solving, really, really digging into, because we could spend resources and time and energy on solving problems, but we want to make sure we're solving the right problems. And so for me, a level of curiosity is there. Of course, my team focuses more on strategy. So we have to actually talk 2 languages. We have to be able to speak tech with our technical teams. We have to be able to speak the business with our business team. So I like to say that we need to be bilingual in business and technology, because we are that between the two.
Right. Now you oversee several different kind of major functions. Let's step through what some of those are, because that's where
Yes,
a lot of these opportunities exist.
Correct. So out of the 40 functions Juan mentioned, I have 6 of those.
Okay.
And these are, for the most part, more strategic and less technical. So we have our portfolio strategy, which is program management and product management. We view the work we do in terms of products. We deliver value and we deliver products to our internal business users. Eventually that enables our customers. So we have that program management, product management. Then we steep a little bit more into the technical. We get the technical product management, which are working hands-on with the technical teams on the delivery side of things. We also have a lot of Scrum and Agile services, so release train engineers, Scrum masters. We also have our business analysts. So I saw someone post here about requirements engineers. We do have business systems analysts that are focused entirely on building out those requirements, our technical requirements, business requirements, functional. And then finally, we also have our operational excellence function, which is all process engineering, process management, and optimization. Mm-hmm. So what is technology but an enabler of process? So we need to make sure that we have those processes before we begin throwing tech at it.
It's always good to have the business process down before you do that. But okay, so really interesting about where you are in the portfolio management. One, let's widen the aperture and talk about some specific areas. I know you've got software developers and a lot of other stuff opportunities there as
Oh
well.
yeah, it's a menagerie, man. It is a true menagerie right there. If I look at the software development, we have four different pillars. Service management. You think of ServiceNow, ITSM, ITIL. So how do we keep on making sure that we have the right foundation, the right integrity? We have another one, go to market. You think of CRM, Salesforce. You think of Qualtrics. You think of anything that's be helping the go to market function or lead to cash. We have another one that's spread around all our finance, ERP, traditional supply chain, financing functions, billing, auditing, compliance. And then on top of that, we also have something that we consider automation. You think of RPA. You think of just being able to go and drive automation. We post all the time about what our automation is at the company. So we are helping enable that, of making sure that we can do faster deployments for like customers, but we challenge ourselves to keep on being 1% better every single day.
Yeah.
And then on those lines, we have within those functions, just alone, there's 4 key verticals, but within those, they have 20 different sub-functions.
Amazing.
So it is eclectic. We have hundreds of applications, hundreds of technology, some legacy, and we're really transitioning to the modern world. So things that what we're doing, what we're preaching to our customers, we're doing it internally. We migrated all our data to GCP. We're really driving a digital transformation. This is one of the largest deployments of scaled agile that exists. So it's fairly novel, and we really try to push ourselves to be at that helm of innovation, but practicality.
There's some amazing opportunities over here. In fact, let's even call it some of the technical, opportunities. Once you're here, we have Rackspace. We have got just shy of about 7,000 employees globally, over 11,000 technical certifications across all of those. So you got to do the math. There's a lot of technical certifications here, but lots of opportunity across lots of different tech. Somebody asked about, what are the engineering requirements? Got to ask some more questions. Cloud engineering, which cloud are we talking about? Are we talking about private cloud opportunities? We're deep in with AWS, with Azure, with Google. And then this is something I'm really excited about that we've done for a number of years. And that is for those technical individuals who don't necessarily want to follow Laura out into being a people leader, but maybe want to stay deep technical. A lot of companies don't necessarily have a long career track there. Technical, but we have what's called the TCT, or the technical career track. One, you want to share a little bit about what that is?
No, absolutely. I mean, this is what we consider our principal engineers. These are our thought leaders. These are experts in their domain. These are director level roles, but as an individual contributor, where you're still making an impact, you're leading massive transformation. We're really investing in people that have that mindset of driving and kind of breaking things down and building them back up. So if that's something that's of interest, I mean, that is one of the unique things about this culture. Mm-hmm. And we touched about it right now. This organization is a traditional organization, but we put in a modern twist. And this TCT and Iraqers that we have, our principal engineers, are helping enable some of the big transformations that we're doing on top of the rest of our team.
An opportunity for lots of thought leadership stuff. We've got them writing articles for us over on the Solve website. They're on the live programs with us. They're helping inside of with my team in the office of the CTO to help us create the new strategy for Rackspace over time. How do we evolve that to be as relevant as an organization as possible? Laura, it seems like we have some questions out here around product management. Maybe you can help Gabriel with his answers there.
Yes, Gabriel. So it really varies, right? So for the most part, like I said, our product management is the most business facing role we have in addition to program management. So there's a level of business acumen, more business acumen and less technical acumen that's required there. We align to the business functions, right? So we have folks who are aligned to sales, to marketing, to Jeff's group in our solutions org and things like that, HR, et cetera. So it's really understanding, I think, more the business functions and being able to translate that into some high level technical solutioning. So again, asking the right questions, making sure we're defining things correctly and really understanding the ask. There are other product management roles on my team that are a little more system specific, domain specific, but I would say it skews more towards the business
Yeah, and if I were to go back and say, if we're looking for overall characteristics, I would just sort of put Lara and Juan up here as examples, and that is come in and get the job done. Show a history of being able to do what you've been asked to do what you commit to do, and then do some more. That ability to follow up. I don't know if you guys saw the episode when I was on with a it was our first Women in Tech episode, and one of the chief of staff for our chief product officer was on, Jackie, and she tells it a story about when she was actually managing an enterprise rental car place, but it was the first time she went in for a team meeting there, and as the leader was finishing, he says, "Okay, everybody, remember, F you." Hush falls over the room, and Jackie's like, "What the heck? Oh, you're new here. Follow up. Follow up was the key. Do what you say you're going to do and follow up with your commitments." I mean, doesn't that get back to really the key to how do you have a successful career? And at a place like Rackspace, where we're doing nothing but growing and have so much opportunity, you can come in to what you think is your perfect job and realize there's an even more perfecter one, and head down that. But perfecter is a word, isn't it?
And you know what, Jeff? I mean, one of the things that's also great is that we really created a sense of community where everybody, not a lot, we spend so much time together. We work a lot, but we try to get together often. When I say often, it's not like once a quarter. I'm talking about if it's not weekly, it's bi-weekly, it's monthly. We're always trying to do events. We have an entire culture community that really is Racker-led from our team, and we keep on investing, not just in our local community and volunteer work. We do it just to go and get together, blow off some steam. You can have a drink. You can just play trivia night, whatever. But we always have this sense of community, so it makes things non-mundane and it makes it exciting. You like to come to work every day.
We're about to go through Axis here in a little bit all together.
What fun. And we're recognized for this type of growth. In fact, we just were awarded the top workplace for the next generation of talent. Those are the Utes, the young ones coming in. It's a top 100 list by Ripple Match, and Rackspace, of course, and it had a sweet position in that one. So it really is an amazing place to work. I love how we've touched on Rackspace as an organization, of the technical opportunities or the functional opportunities that exist in each of your organizations, but then also the culture. And that's a challenge for that I would encourage everyone to really think through as you're looking for opportunities, is find a good culture match. If you want to work hard and play hard, and just really enjoy the people that you're working with, I would encourage you to look hard at the roles that exist inside of Juan and Laura's organizations. It's quite the community you're building across that little 500 group of individuals.
That's right. It's a small team.
It raises an interesting question. How do you ensure, so we talk about these 96 open positions. It wasn't 96 a month ago. It was 100 and give me a number.
A couple months ago, it was 170.
170. Can you imagine? So that's a lot of change to ingest into an organization as well. How are you ensuring both the individual feels like they're being brought in, as well as the existing staff feels like we're continuing to add quality to the organization?
It's a full integration. I think it's a non-trivial ask, but we've done a really good job of making sure that we're supporting our Rackers. They're involved, and they all have a stake in the outcome. Yeah. When we actually built this organization, and we've been talking about centralization, we brought all our teams together. So everybody was in the mix. Everybody's willing to help out, and we make sure that we can give everybody their time and need, whatever they need to get their job done. If we have to slow down some things, we have no problem slowing things down to make sure that people can actually catch up. And then when people are coming in, we pair them up with a mentor. We make sure that they have a great experience from day one. And that experience really starts bringing to the fold the cultural element. I'm less concerned on really delivering delivering the operational nuances or details. I'm more keen on making sure that they can fit in to the team and making sure that they can fit in culturally. Once that's established, you can establish trust. Everything can be built on top of that.
Yeah. I would say we also over communicate. There's been a lot of proactive communication in terms of newsletters, town halls. We meet on a regular cadence as a full org, as our sub functions and things like that. So and there's a regular newsletter that's just basically fully transparent, everything that's out there, what's happening, what's changing, what it means for you, and not just for our internal, for our stakeholders. They have new faces, new contacts, new things. We're managing in multiple directions, but communication is key.
Yeah. So I think another key thing is, especially with the type of, well, when somebody comes to Rackspace, you will take a skills based kind of a test. We'll figure out what your top skills and strengths are from Strengths Finders. And the top skill across all Rackers is learner. It's the most common, highest one. And at Rackspace, you are given 52 hours annually to be able to learn, to go get a certification, to go deeper into your areas. It's pretty amazing as far as what a company does to invest in that continued opportunity to just get sharper.
Jeff, and just on that note, we actually slowed down and stopped a lot of projects towards the end of last year to focus on certifications, making sure we built up our team. So we actually got support from our executive team to slow down internal projects so that we could actually get our teams ramped up, trained up, and reskilled. And that's been a huge support, and we continuously do that.
We certified over 250 Rackers in Skilled Agile just in the second half of last year. Yes.
That's insane. That's incredible investment in individuals, and of course, and now we're seeing the outcome as somebody who reaps the benefit of what your team is doing. It's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Hey, so we're coming to the kind of top of the hour, and I know that we've all got places to be, but I would encourage you guys. You've seen the links up here several times. In fact, we'll bring them back up, where you can go out and learn more about opportunities, specific jobs at Rackspace, learn about life at Rackspace. If you have questions about specific jobs, guys, you can find us on LinkedIn and ask us. We're going to ultimately get you talking to somebody in HR because that's their job to make sure that we give you the right attention that's needed. But if you have specific questions and you just want to poke around a little, reach out to me on LinkedIn, Juan, Laura as well. I'm going to volunteer you guys to answer LinkedIn questions. So that's one thing you'll find at Rackspace is it's a pretty much open door to whoever you want to go and talk to, whether you're a Racker or not. So, but we would love for more of you to be Rackers. 96 open Recs in Juan's organization. So please consider reaching out to Rackspace. Let's find out if there's a fit. Hopefully there is. If not, we can help you in other ways maybe. But we're excited that you spent this past 30 minutes with us. And looks like someone's looking for a sales job. We've got those too. Not Juan's org, but we've got them. You'll find them all listed over at the rackspace.jobs. It's right there, /careers. You'll find it all there. Juan, Laura, anything you want to share with the audience before we head off to the next role?
I would just say that I think Rackspace is the place where you really can evolve into your career passions. There's so many different things to try here. You're not siloed into one specific team or role. There's so much to explore, and so I hope you guys make the choice to join us.
Certainly, and I would echo that what Lana said, and also I encourage you all just to even reach out. Just because a job isn't posted doesn't necessarily mean it can't exist. So certainly, always reach out. We're always looking for the right talent, and even in just conversations. I mean, in terms of advice, we're always here to help out.
Yeah, and I want to echo one thing that you said earlier. You both have really commented on it as well, and that is we are not looking for a cookie cutter. We are looking for individuals who will bring their whole selves to work every day, whoever you are, and fill in the blanks there. We are looking for individuals who are talented, who want to be a part of this team, and we hope that you'll choose to do that. Reach out to us individually if you have specific questions, but best thing to do is head over to rackspace.com, rackspace.jobs/careers and learn everything that there is to find out. Laura, Juan, thank you so much for being a part of this today. Everyone who's watching, I can't wait to see you at Rackspace at some point. There was a question. Catalina had a question. I felt like we needed to answer that one, but anyway, we'll get them.
You got it.
Come on over to Rackspace. We'll have a great time.
Thanks, Jeff. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
See you guys. Bye.